Lots of fans are wondering about the future of Damage Control, so we'll see some theories there. Could Bayley really end up ending the group out of jealousy? So let's take a look at Bayley and Damage Control. A few weeks back, there was some fishy things going on within Damage Control, and you also had Becky Lynch's comments to the group that really started up the conversation and hinted at a possible breakup route for them. So let's quickly recap Becky's comments and tie it all back into the latest that's been going on. One of Becky's main points that she was trying to get across is that Damage Control will fall because of who Bayley is and her history. Becky's main example that she used was Bayley and Sasha's time together. Bayley and Sasha reunited in late 2019, and it was the perfect timing for the pairing because they absolutely took off. Bayley turned heel, captured the SmackDown Women's title, and had Sasha Banks by her side as extra insurance. And like everyone quickly picked up on, Bayley could almost never successfully defend her title on her own. She always needed Sasha Banks to basically assist her in every single title defense. But then, Sasha and Bayley captured the women's tag team titles. Sasha captured the Raw Women's title, and that pretty much temporarily patched up their tension. All was right when they had all their titles in their possession. But as soon as the tag team titles and the Raw Women's title was gone, everything changed. And that's when Sasha started putting her Raw Women's title on the line. She assumed that Bayley will have her back and help her retain her title, just like how Sasha always did for Bayley. But Bayley didn't really return the favor and help Sasha retain it at all, which was the first giant red flag. It was almost like Bayley wanted her to lose the title. So there's that one character and personality trait that may come back up with the Damage Control breakup. Sure, Bayley is good at pretending that she cares for her teammates, but at the end of the day, she's easily putting herself before any of her partners or other faction members. It's just who she is. And like Becky pointed out, she's done this plenty of times before. And after Sasha lost the Raw Women's title and everything was back to just Bayley's SmackDown Women's title, Bayley basically lost her mind and was full of paranoia. Bayley thought that Sasha was up to some secret plan to attack her and take her SmackDown Women's title away. So Bayley struck first and brutally attacked Sasha Banks for no good reason. Another example of how Bayley weighs and values her own accomplishments and titles over her friendships. It's not like Sasha made the first move and attacked Bayley first. Bayley made the first move solely out of paranoia in her mind of Sasha coming for the title. So she was more than willing to throw away her friendship with Sasha Banks in order to keep her title safe and her mind at peace. So that's who we're really dealing with here with Bayley. She doesn't really have the best history of being a great team partner. If you give her the opportunity, she'll probably do what's better for herself rather than Damage Control as a whole. And similar to the Sasha Banks and Bayley story of Sasha doing all the hard work, that's what Becky thinks is going on again. Becky Lynch talked about how she used to view Dakota and Sky simply as some of Becky's lackeys. But as she viewed the group up close, she realized that it's the complete opposite. Becky said that Dakota and Sky are the ones that are putting in the great hard work, all while Bayley doesn't have much going on. And like we said before, maybe it was Becky Lynch just trying to create issues and instigate. But that doesn't change the fact that everything Becky Lynch said about Bayley and Damage Control is actually true. All of Becky's points were valid with what she was saying. When they first returned and debuted, Bayley said that Damage Control was there to lift up the women's division and basically take control of it. But you gotta wonder if Bayley had some hidden motives and intentions there for herself as well. Maybe she genuinely likes having Damage Control by her side, but maybe her real intention all along was for Dakota and Sky to help her become Raw Women's Champion, and everything else would have come after that. But like we know, this is one area and one goal that Bayley and Damage Control failed at. They weren't able to help Bayley capture the Raw Women's title. Bayley had numerous opportunities and title matches against Bianca Belair, but wasn't able to secure the title even with Damage Control by her side. So maybe that was Bayley's hidden agenda here. Maybe she figured that having one person by her side has worked in the past. So maybe she was expecting even greater success with two people by her in the corner. But that unfortunately hasn't been the case for her so far. But on the flip side, Damage Control has been having great success for Dakota and Sky in the championship department. They won the women's tag team titles twice and are well over 100 days as tag team champions. So it's funny how that worked out. Bayley probably thought she would capture the Raw women's title and be the most successful member of Damage Control. But the script flipped on her. Dakota and Sky have won gold multiple times, while Bayley hasn't won anything. So in that sense, and going back to what Becky said, then yes, it's only a matter of time before Bayley gets extremely frustrated and tired of faking her happiness with Dakota and Sky and takes them out. And when it comes to this breakup, you have your usual two potential routes. Bayley could possibly go back to her old ways of what she did to Sasha Banks and strike first on Damage Control. Maybe it could be costing them the tag team titles. Maybe Bayley does turn out to be jealous that they were able to win gold and she wasn't. So the best solution for her in her mind is to cost them the titles, so that they could be without a title, just like she's been since the group debuted at Summerslam. And the other possible direction and route is sort of like a Judgment Day breakup route, with the story being that the members just grew tired of the leader's ways. Maybe it gets to the point where Dakota and Sky really don't like where the group is heading, and maybe they feel like Bayley really changed as a leader. So in that sense, maybe Damage Control jumps all over Bayley and attacks her first to kick her out of the group. Maybe Dakota and Sky will continue as tag team after that, or maybe everyone goes solo again. All three women definitely have the abilities and skills to be big stars on their own, so that won't be the end of the world for them at all. Of course, Bayley and Damage Control story is nowhere near the great level of storytelling that Sasha and Bayley's story was back in 2020, but you can definitely see a lot of similarities between both stories. Even like right now with the women's tag team titles. Those tag team titles helped Sasha and Bayley patch up their tensions for a while, and those titles are probably doing the same thing right now with Damage Control. Maybe holding those titles has everything running as smooth as they can be right now. But once Damage Control loses the titles, that's when everyone's true colors will start showing. How will Bayley handle the tag team title loss for Damage Control? Will she keep them under control and regroup, or will everything quickly start to fall apart once those tag team titles are no longer in the group's possession? So it'll be interesting to see what the fate of Damage Control turns out to be, and who will be the one end up tearing everything apart. But what are your thoughts on today's stories with Bayley and Damage Control? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.